What's up?
You know, it's been a long day. Pretty
You
tired.
tired? You didn't do anything today though.
I didn't do anything, man. I'm
See-
just tired from doing nothing.
On days that I have off, I can't not do anything. Like there's days where I just wake up and I lay in bed the whole day, and if that happens, you're not gonna do nothing the whole day, right? Like I wake up, I'm like, I'm just gonna play video games for like 30 minutes, play those video games, and then the rest of the day I'm just playing video games. You can't do that.
I messed up, bro. Didn't get out of bed until like 3 o'clock.
Damn, for real? What time you want to sleep?
Not too late, like 2.
It's not too late. I want to sleep at 12. Woke up at 4.
4 p.m. or a.m.?
4:30 a.m.
Oh, because for work
At
today,
work,
right?
yeah. And then I've been like lately I've been pretty busy. It's finals. It's busy at work because it's holidays.
Word.
And then Mr. Passive is
It's
gone.
gone, so you just gotta watch everything.
Yeah, well, the thing is that since he's gone, I've been cleaning almost every day of every other day when I'm home, just because I'm like I don't got nothing to do, and I know it's my mess, and I should be cleaning it, right? So, just been doing that a lot, just
Damn.
cleaning.
So you're being responsible.
Kind of, yeah. I've been making like usually, so I don't like making my bed, right?
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I never really do, but lately I've been just making the bed every day. It just
Do you feel better about it?
yeah, it feels good.
It's better like visually too, right?
It's visually good, and then before I was like, why should I make the bed if I'm gonna go
You're
to
just gonna
sleep in
jump
it?
into
Yeah,
it.
especially because my girl, she likes making the bed even
Yeah.
right before we go to sleep. But then I realized that I sleep better and I feel more comfortable going to sleep when the bed's made because everything's in order.
Uh-huh.
And then when the bed's messed up and I jump in the bed to sleep, I can't sleep that well. Everything's uncomfortable. And it's the same thing. It's just blankets over me, pillow behind me. Like it's the same
Word.
thing, but it's just not as comfortable.
I used to never do my bed too, but then I just started doing it.
I mean, also I got a bed frame. I mean, you never see my room, but I got a bed frame before
Oh.
I just had the.
Yeah, it's just a mattress.
Well, the thing is that last year we were supposed to move, so I threw the frame out.
Yeah.
Well, the frame broke, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy one because I'm gonna move. It's gonna be a hassle to move it. So then I didn't move, and I was like, I'm just sleeping on the floor now on a fucking mattress. This is mad bummy. So we got a bed frame
Uh-huh.
from IKEA, something simple. But now it makes sense to make the bed because I have a bed frame. So now it looks nice. Now I've been decorating like not just my room but like the living room. Like this, we have this here. I think it looks pretty good. I have my desk. It's slowly becoming like our home. Cause when my parents left, we just had a bunch of their shit, and it was just like honestly, yeah, it's like make
I
do
know
with what you
mean.
have.
Word.
Cause it's none of your stuff, right? Like. So now me and Mr. Passive are slowly making this apartment our own and
Just
not
buying stuff that you want, right?
yeah, instead of just like a random shit. Like you went to
Word.
my bathroom, those Eagles,
Yeah.
those just my parents had them. Those I don't know what to do with them, and I don't know what to put on top of the
Nice
toilet.
bathroom decoration.
Huh?
Now I know what you mean, cause I used to share a room with my brother, and then when they gave me my own room, same thing. I went to IKEA. I bought like my own closet, like
Yeah.
all these nightstands, my own desk, everything, and it's just more comfortable too.
Yeah, and it's yours, and if you
Word.
pay for it, you take care of it. Like we had I have
You
like
don't-
these
you don't-
cabinets
You
too.
don't
and I
take it
just-
for granted.
Yeah, like I just bought this desk. I'm always cleaning it, even though it's cluttered right now. It's cluttered right now because for one homework, and then I moved my PlayStation here. Cause I used to play games there, but then I want to test out the TV, so I just been playing here. But I think I'm gonna try to build a PC. So just keep the PlayStation here, play PC over there, and just have two little sections. And then I'm gonna see if somebody wants to move in here. Actually, well, I've been talking to
Which is the room that they would move into.
So we have 3 rooms, right?
Uh-huh.
One is Brian's office, mine, and Brian's room.
So they would be getting Brian's office.
It's either Brian's office or Brian's room. It depends what Brian wants. So I was thinking moving Brian's office here,
Mm-hmm.
and then having that little nook over there
Yeah.
as one big working station with my stuff and his stuff, and then his little room just rented out. Cause I mean it's a room, but it's really small.
Yeah.
But at that point, then we have like a battle station on that side. Like right now, I just have my crap there and a bike. But now imagine like a big ass desk with 2 computers and 2 screens and stuff. That or we move, and then we get a place, and then then everything changes at that point.
Like a cheaper place, right?
Cheaper, probably smaller. But now if we move, because our lease ends in March,
Yeah.
we have to think about the podcast. We have to think about where we're gonna we
Word.
need
How
space
we're
for
gonna
it.
set
Yeah.
up, right?
Because if like in our last apartment, it was small. Like there was no way we could ever do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because the living room was about a little bit, like it's like half the size like, of this living room, and the kitchen was really small, and obviously 2 bedrooms. It was really small. So I don't know. Maybe we have to figure something out. But it'll be dope to have exposed brick in the back. Like if we find a place with exposed brick, we tight.
There's a lot of. I feel like there's a lot of that in New York.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
What neighborhoods you looking at then? If you guys plan to move?
Brooklyn and Queens, and hopefully some. I mean, I doubt Manhattan, but if you find something decent in Manhattan,
Nah, there's no way.
But sometimes you might get lucky. Like you might win the lottery. Like
the affordable housing.
Yeah,
Those are nice.
Exactly. Like
Because then
living in
a lot of those buildings they're like freshly renovated. Too.
Yeah, and they're like high end buildings
they
where
are.
you have like a doorman and shit, and you pay decently for living in Manhattan.
Probably around the same as this.
Yeah,
What
honestly.
you're paying right now.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal, but we'll see.
You gotta just have your fingers crossed.
I mean, I have to apply.
I applied
though.
to a few of them,
I haven't
and
applied
I didn't
anything.
get picked.
Would you move out out of your apartment? I mean, out of your parents?
If I got picked for one of those affordable housing, hell yeah, I would. Cause it's big.
How about now? Like if you didn't get picked, just on your own.
That was like that's why I wanted to move out. I would have only moved out if I would have got something like that. Cause I have it nice at home right now. You know, like
Yeah.
the way everything is set up, and then that neighborhood I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not gonna say
I don't
where,
know,
but
you could be independent though.
like I could just walk out and everything like that I would possibly needs there, like transportation,
Mhm.
food,
Yeah,
like
that's,
groceries, everything.
that's something you never think about.
Yeah, you
When I
don't
moved here, I didn't think about groceries, and then I had to figure out
until you're actually looking for it, right?
Yeah, I had to freaking figure out where a supermarket would be at. And then I remember when I moved here, the closest. I mean, there's 3 nearby, but the biggest one was, I don't know, like a 15, 20-minute walk. And I had to push a little cart because I buy enough groceries for everybody.
You'd be like one of those Asian grandmas.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But now it looks scary because I'd just be like a guy with a hat and then just like a hoodie or something, pushing a little cart with some yogurt
Word.
sticking out. I don't know.
Even before I got a car, like if I wanted to get groceries, it
Mhm.
would be like a 10-minute walk out there,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that bad.
I mean, yeah. Before, when I lived in Bushwick,
Mm-hmm.
it was around the corner, like a big ass supermarket. That was perfect. Everything was cheap. Everything was. There was a lot of it. It was just busy. That's the thing. I remember. It was kind of ghetto too. Like there'll be people showing off their cars in the parking lot. Like you know what? I think I forgot the name of them. Like the big ass cars, the cars with the big ass wheels. There used to be a car always there, just with the big ass wheels. It was like a, I don't know, like a Cadillac or something. Like a.
I don't know what they call that style, but I know what you're talking about.
It's a donk, I think.
A donk?
Yeah, it's like
The
a Florida
giant- the
car.
Big ass wheels, right?
Yeah, they got like an old school car with big ass wheels. I think it's called. No, it's not called donk.
It might be a donk.
It's called donk on GTA 5.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking
But
of.
maybe that's the name of the style. It's,
Maybe.
you know?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
But yeah, now it's weird. It's weird here. But
I mean, it's nice over here though.
yeah, but I mean, it's far away. Like I bet we go
From-
get mad guests on if we lived like Manhattan or something.
Manhattan, definitely, because that's like the middle of all the boroughs around us too.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
One day,
When you move out, we're gonna set up in your house. Let's see. Like just do one podcast, like a housewarming
See how it is.
podcast. Yeah, or we could start vlogging.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like now that since everything's better with my parents, like
Mhm.
I don't even know if I want to move out now. Cause like just rent is you just save so much more when you're with your parents.
I guess so. I mean, yeah. I mean, I never had an option to move out. It just happened. You know what I mean? I never moved out. They moved out actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean,
You never thought about it, like living on your own.
of course I did, but, you know, and I would do it, but then just like for me, everything is always money first, you know.
Yeah. I mean that makes sense. I mean I wouldn't have moved out or like I wouldn't have be on my own. But one thing I did realize, I don't like being alone in the house. Like it's weird to me.
Too quiet, right?
Are you an extrovert or introvert?
I would say I'm in the middle somewhere. I would say more introverted, but like
yeah.
you know, the people that I do get to know, I could be like very extroverted as well. But like I would if you put me in like an environment with like just a bunch of new people, I'd probably be very quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it depends for me. Cuz in class I'm like the quietest kid. I show up late and I leave early all the time.
Yeah.
But if I know I have to be there for a long time, I'll probably start talking to everybody. Cuz I'm in the middle too, but I notice I'm more extroverted because when I get home, when Brian used to live here. Well, I mean, he still lives here, but he's gone now. When Brian was here, I would talk to him for like an hour when I get home, and then do whatever I need. But now I get home and it's quiet. I'm just like, yo, it's boring. I just
Who am I gonna talk to you?
yeah, I turn the TV on and then just leave it in the background because I don't like the quiet. I don't think I could live on my own, honestly, like by myself. Maybe if I had a pet or something, but still, I need
some type of companionship.
yeah,
right?
I need something, man. I need at least a turtle. Like,
Nah.
just make some noise. I need some.
For real.
Like, imagine living in a cabin by yourself in the woods.
Nah, that's too much.
That's yeah. Like,
Imagine how paranoid you'd be. You hear something like rustling outside, you're like, oh shit.
well, yeah, exactly. Well, I wouldn't. Would you be scared?
I would be scared.
Well, I mean, if you're in the woods,
I watch
you'll
way
be prepared, right?
I watch way too many horror movies
I don't.
to be living alone, man.
I mean,
I would need some type of weapon at least.
you need a shotgun or something, man.
In the woods, probably. I would have like a, you flip the table and it's just all guns.
That's what I was thinking about, bro. I want like a wall where, let's say this is a podcast set, right? I pull this book and it just flips and it's just a loaded freaking shelf of guns, and I'm like, oh, take your pick. I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse.
That'll be sick.
You ever seen Us, like the movie, right?
Uh-huh.
You remember the scene where they're just the second family standing outside, just staring inwards?
Yeah.
And then they call the cops and they never show up. That's how it feels to be. That's how it feels when I'm in California, because their houses are, it's like pre-suburbish,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no police patrolling. There's no it's kind of rural, and I'm scared that if something happens, the cops
not
are not
gonna make it on
yeah,
time.
they're not gonna make it on time. Like, you call them, they're like, give me a second, bro. I'm on my break. My break ends in 15. Like, that's scary to me.
Yeah, no, it is.
So at that point, I feel like, yo, I need a weapon, hopefully a gun, something that I could defend myself with.
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. I don't know if I could shoot somebody. I feel like I'd be shaky.
I would too. I don't think cause like, bro, even for me, like it's hard for me to kill a cockroach.
Really?
Yeah, like
Yo,
if,
pussy.
nah, what it
I-
is like the crunch that like
Nah.
the body makes. Like I hate that.
Can
But like yeah, like
what if it's
taking
like
someone's
soft,
life.
like a bug, like a worm? You kill a worm.
Nah, I won't.
There's no like crunch.
Yeah, but it's
just,
still nasty. Like you just feel it like explode. Like especially a worm. Like you would feel it like pop.
I don't mind killing bugs. I try not to. Like, if I see a spider, I just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Or but if it goes like too near me, I'm like, see, you messed up. Like, you made a mistake. You got too close. Now you're gonna die. So if it's a spider like crawling on my hand, I'll kill it. But if it's on the wall over there, I just leave it alone.
I killed a cockroach once that I can remember. Right.
Yeah.
I remember it was a late night. I came home, and I saw something like running around on the floor. I was like, fuck. But how I killed it, I took an umbrella, right?
Mhm.
Like a big umbrella, and I had a metal tip. So I poked it with that, and like at first when I poked it, I think I ripped off one of its legs. I tried to stab it, right?
Ooh.
Clean kill.
Yeah.
But I missed, and I like ripped one of its legs off. So it was like limping everywhere.
Damn, man. Just kill it. Just put it out.
I
Put it out of its
I
misery.
eventually like stabbed it, but like I still heard that crunch, and it like gave
Ugh.
me mad goosebumps.
So I have a question for you. Let's say you're driving upstate and the deer runs in front of you, and you hit it, and then you pull over because you want to see if the deer's okay or whatever, and it's just whining and crying on the floor with broken legs. Do you put it out of its misery or
How
just
would
leave
I
it
put
there?
it out of its misery?
I don't know. Let's say you have a shovel in your trunk.
Oh hell, no, I can't do it.
You're just gonna let it.
I would have to call somebody, you know.
You're in the middle of nowhere. You're on your own.
Nowhere?
No reception. You're in the woods.
To put it out of its
Yeah,
misery?
because it has broken bones. It's not gonna survive. It's gonna yell for hours until coyotes come and eat it, or you could just beat it in the head real quick and just.
What do you mean beat in the head real quick?
Just like with the
Hey, all right, look. If it was a shovel, right?
yeah.
You're
the
gonna have to whack it at least like
Nah,
a couple
bro.
more times.
Nah,
dog.
nah. This is what you do, bro. You
Uh-huh.
aim for the neck and just.
Like try
with
to
the
slice
edge,
it, like
bro.
try to sever its head off.
I don't know. The point is that you gotta put. I mean, you gotta commit. You can't just half-ass it and just beat it like 20 times with a fucking shovel. You gotta, yo. Every podcast I say something to
Oh shit!
get us banned. But it's a real question. Like, what
No,
would you
no,
do?
no. I get the message. I don't know.
I would.
I think if I had to put it, I would probably put it out of its misery. But like, maybe not with a shovel.
Just back up onto it. Just
Oh
boom,
nah.
boom, boom, boom. Just make just double check. I mean, you could probably.
At that point, you're just putting it through more misery.
What's
Cause
what's that tool called? The like a wrench.
uh huh.
Like it's heavy and it has like a
The
like,
crowbar
yeah, just crowbar in the back
or
on the head or something.
the thing for the wheels, right?
Yeah, that. Just one pop. That's it, bro. You just
I don't
gotta
know if
hit it
it'll
really
kill it.
hard.
I mean, I usually have a knife on me.
Exactly.
Just stab it between the eyes, right?
No, you're not gonna get. You're not
The
gonna get it
brain?
between the eyes. It's straight.
thick,
This is the
right?
hardest part of your skull, right?
But then
here.
if you slash its neck, it's gonna bleed out.
Yeah, but it'll bleed out so fast. Cause when all right, so this is gonna be a little graphic, but when I lived in Mexico, right,
Yeah.
and you slaughtered a goat, my grandpa will always like just stab it in the
And
neck.
hang it, right?
Well, it will stand on, like it will ride it, like it will be on his back. It'll hold his horns and it'll just go, and just let it bleed out, and then it'll take a couple seconds and it just dies.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't, cause I don't know. It's like
Is that the most humane way to kill it?
I don't know, but it's pretty fast because this is a big artery, and it goes straight to the brain. So as soon as you cut the oxygen to your brain, you pass out and then die.
So I watched a lot of like at one point in my life I was very interested in fishers, right? Like fishermen.
Fishermen, yeah.
And then what they'll do is they'll hit the fish on the head, right? To
Yeah.
put it
To knock it out.
to make it unconscious, and then that's when they bleed it out. They'll like
That's
slice
fish
it.
though. I don't think
yeah.
you can knock out a whole goat.
Yeah, I think a goat would be different.
Oh man, it's gonna get it's gonna get a little graphic. When I was in Mexico, also to kill the rabbits, we would just hold them upside down
And let them bleed out, right?
No, the blood will rush to their head and they'll pass out.
Oh shit!
And then with chickens, I think you just smack the head. Same thing. I don't know.
Break
It's weird,
the neck,
dude.
right?
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could kill an animal right now. I mean, I could if I needed to, like if I had to survive. But if I don't have to, I wouldn't want to. I don't know.
Very logical.
Yeah, but then again, I shouldn't be like. If you eat meat, you should be able to kill an animal. If you can't kill an animal, you should be a vegan. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird statement, but it should.
I don't think I could kill an animal, but I
should
love
be a vegan,
I love
bro.
meat.
Because I feel like you're not connected to your food. Like you should, if you want to consume meat, you should be able to kill an animal because that's the prize.
I'm spoiled, man.
You are spoiled. You live in a
It's
first world country.
It's the money.
It's the money.
Exactly. I just buy
hire
it.
people
I
to-
just buy it off a shelf
Mhm.
in a supermarket.
But that's inhumane though, because it's a factory farm. Unless it's like, even like those organic chickens that are like grass fed and whatever. They're
Uh-huh.
free range chickens. It's not really free range. That just means they're outside and not in little
Yeah, more
boxes.
space.
A little bit more space. Not really. Like the only way for sure you know that your meat is coming from a good place is if you raise it yourself.
Have you ever had organic chicken?
I had chicken that my grandparents raised, so that's pretty organic. They just roamed around and then we just ate them.
They're a lot smaller than the.
Yeah, because they're not full of
supermarket
steroids and
Yo,
shit.
it's crazy.
Which is I don't know. I don't remember enough to taste them and shit. I remember they were just small, yeah, like real small. Cause right now, if you go to a supermarket, you get a drumstick.
Yeah.
It's like freaking like that big, bro. It's like a turkey stick. But the thing is that it might just be a different breed of chicken.
Could be.
Are you seen we talked about this in one of the podcasts, big ass chicken or something?
Oh yeah. That one was huge.
You
And
might
it's
eating
probably-
that, boy. You might eating that.
But it could also be the feathers. So like a lot of chickens, they look huge, right?
But it's still big.
Yeah, it is.
Like the chicken was like, I don't know, 2 feet tall.
No, that chicken's big.
Yeah.
That one is actually big.
Even if you pluck it, it's still gonna be big.
Oh yeah. No, that chicken. Can you even eat that? Do you think?
I don't know. I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't you be? You could eat anything,
I wonder how it would taste.
like chicken.
But like, would the meat be like tougher, more tender? It'd probably be tougher, or not as tasty. Cause then it's like, if it's that big, it's probably and it looks hella brolic, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's very fat.
Maybe. I feel like it will taste the same. Maybe just better because it's juicier, but then you have to cook it for longer.
But you see, juicy. The reason why meat is juicy is because it's
Fatty.
It's fatty, yeah.
But I
So,
mean,
like-
maybe it's not big. It's just fat.
Like you see, like chicken breast, it's always hella dry because it's so lean.
But it's also hella dry because it's thick. So the outside or like the thinner layer cooks faster.
That's like where all the fat is.
It's the way you cook.
I mean, even if you cook it on a low flame, though.
Well, the thing is that the reason it's dry is
Mm-hmm.
because it's a weird shape. One side is overcooked and one side is cooked, or one side will be raw and one side will be cooked perfectly. I think I cook pretty good chicken breast. Just got stick in the oven.
I cooked it a bunch of different ways. My favorite way to eat it, have it, is grilling it.
I like just oven with some
And you bake.
seasoning. Yeah, baked
That
chicken
shit is
is oh
too. It's
rotisserie.
too like plain for me.
Why? You
I don't
season
know.
it.
I'll season it, but like that's the thing about so chicken breast meat, right?
Yeah.
Since it's so lean in the middle, it's hard for the seasoning to like really penetrate and get in there.
I mean, I usually
How
cook the
long?
chicken,
Uh huh.
but I don't eat it like unless it's like a drum.
So you know, like when you buy like the breast meat at
Yeah.
the store, it's like it's pretty thick. Like some of the pieces could be like this
But
thick.
I usually slice it.
You slice it
I
into
slice
thinner
it thin
slices,
and
right?
then season it and then just half slices of chicken.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to cook them that long, or I batter them, or I just like bread them. I also done it where I just chop it up
Mm-hmm.
after I cook it and then just use it for tacos or something. I don't know. Why are we talking about food? We got some stories today, actually, if you want to hear some.
All right, I'm ready for some stories.
So, have you heard recently that Brother Nature
Got jump.
got jumped? We talked about Brother Nature in the first podcast. How I thought he was cool and shit, and now he's out here getting jumped and shit.
All right, but I need to hear your story because
So, what do you know?
apparently he's getting exposed for something.
Yeah. So, first of all, let me tell you the story, right?
Alright.
So it takes place, I think, in Miami,
Uh-huh.
in Florida.
He lives in Florida. He's from Florida, right?
No, I think he's from New York,
Oh shit.
upstate, because that's where he had the deers. Like, so if you don't know who Brother Nature is, he's a kid, pretty young. I think he's our age.
Was it on Vine? It was through Vine, right?
I think Vine and then Instagram. So he started out with some animal videos where he talked to like the deers around his neighborhood. And he fed them, and he was kind of funny. He had this deer named Canela and whatever.
What he named the deer? It was Money or something, right?
Later on, yeah, he had Money, Canela, and a bunch of other cute names, right? Like
Word,
it was funny. I like
he
his
had, like,
videos. And then
deer.
yeah, so as soon as I guess the deers noticed that he was giving them food, they all kind of came to
Word.
him. But so he blew up, and now he kind of travels the world, and he has like a very family friendly, very nice, charismatic Instagram page where he just has animals all the time, and he looks very humble, right? I talked about him in the first podcast.
Yeah.
What I looked up to him a little bit because he's I like animals. This guy's working with animals. It's dope. But shit happens, right? So
Yeah.
he's in Florida, and I think it's really late at night, maybe 1 or 2 a.m. in the night, and he goes to this restaurant. So we have the video up here. He's looking at it. So you can see it's a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of empty. There's people sitting at the bar. It's not like a real bar. It's just like the
Bar top, right?
yeah, the bar top. People are eating,
Uh-huh.
and they're closing down the restaurant soon. So they sweeped and mopped, and they closed the section off where the seating is and the tables are. So, so if you want,
Is he in the video right now? Where
yeah, I show it to you. So let me explain it to you. So, where's Brian's not here. Alright, so let's move this over here. So we're looking at the videos of Brother Nature getting beat up. So he's at this restaurant, right? And then I'm gonna tell you how it came out. So this video comes out where he gets beat up. So I'm gonna just play it for you. It's muted, so y'all can't hear it, and I don't want to get taken down, so I'm not gonna play it on the screen. So TMC. So
Oh,
Brother
shit.
Nature is right there getting fucked up by this guy. So this is the video that came out.
Damn.
So he's getting like kicked and he's getting punched in the head. This guy looks wobbly. He
That
could
was
barely
fucked
stand up. I felt bad when I saw this video. I legit felt bad that my boy's getting fucked up, and then later he comes back into the restaurant and he's getting fucked up in the restaurant.
Yo, what?
So these are the only two videos that came out, and then the video came out with
Yo, they really violent.
Brother Nature getting jumped, and then Brother Nature came out with he tweeted, "Yo, I was getting jumped and nobody helped," or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of implying that he didn't do anything wrong and that he just got jumped.
Damn, man, through water.
Yeah, so he's getting fucked up, bro. Look at him. He's on the floor. His pants are all fucked up. He has his shirt all baggy and open. He doesn't know what to do now. People suspect that he was maybe drunk or drinking because it's late at night. Maybe he came out of the club and then went to the restaurant and wanted to get some food. So you can see him like it's a whole altercation.
He's not retaliating at all though.
Yeah, because he's by himself too. So, so that video came out, right? The rest is just, I don't think it's nonsense. It's just him. I don't think he got fucked up that bad. He's not bleeding or anything. He just probably got maybe a little bruised. His ego definitely got bruised.
Yeah.
So the video came out, everybody was like, "Yo," you know, everybody felt sorry for
There's
him.
no context.
Yeah. So no context, and then people found the guy who beat him up, and then they got his side of the story. So the actual story was that um, the place is closing down. They have most of the restaurant closed because it's clean. All the chairs are on the table, and he walks in and he demands a seat in the section that's closed off. So then the restaurant, like not the owner but like whoever's behind the register or whatever, is like, oh yeah, you could still eat, and we could prepare you some food, but you have to sit at the bar. And he demands a waiter, and he demands to be seated, and he demands to he just like makes a ruckus, right?
Yeah.
So he just being an asshole. And then the guy who jumped him in the video, he pulls out his phone and starts recording him, making an altercation.
Yeah.
And then he was with a girl. I don't know who this girl is, just some chick, I guess. And the chick basically pointed at the guy and was like, "Yo, look, he's recording you."
Oh.
So Brother Nature storms. I'm gonna call him Kelvin. That's his name. Kelvin storms to the guy and he's like, "Yo, give me your phone. I have to delete that or whatever." Like he just wants to take his phone away. And the guy's like, "You ain't taking my phone. You ain't gonna do anything." So then that's where they get into altercation. I think this is the other video. If you wanna watch it. So this is the CCTV footage of the actual restaurant. So he comes up to him.
Like
so the guy doesn't want to give his phone. So these two guys, those are the two guys that beat him up. So they standing up, right? Because he's like,
it's like, yo, I don't want no trouble.
yeah, exactly. Like, no, they're defending themselves. Like, these Miami, these hoodlums. I don't know what to call them. But they're if you come up to the wrong person, they're gonna fuck you up, right? Like you have to be careful who you talk to like that. So they're like screaming at each other. And then I think Brother Nature is like, "Yo, meet me in the parking lot." And then right here, you can see, he pulls out his phone and he records these two guys and he threatens them on video. So he pulls out the phone, points at them and says, "You're dead, you're dead." So I'll show you that in this video here. Where is it?
It's going to show Brother Nature's...
Yeah, his video.
Damn.
Of him threatening them. So I'm not going to play the audio, obviously. But here's his footage. He's like, "You're dead, you're dead." And he leaves. And that's where it cuts to him getting jumped in the parking lot. So he gets jumped in the parking lot, right?
Damn, they really beat his ass.
Yeah, man. He's acting like a little asshole. Ooh, he got kicked in the head. So he got jumped in the parking lot, right?
Yeah.
And then later on, he's like, I guess he didn't have enough. So he runs back in the restaurant and punches the other guy.
Oh, shit.
So now he's fighting back, and then that's when they jump him, when he attacks the other guy.
Oh, nah, he bugging. Damn, that dude really kicked him in the head like 10 times.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not like siding for either side, because the thing is that, like, if you're a Brother Nature, I mean, I think if you become successful at a really young age, you kind of get entitled.
You get an ego, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then one thing that he probably never experienced was like the hood, basically, in the sense that if you come up to somebody and they're down to fight, they're gonna fight you. I feel like he might be surrounded with people that just been saying yes to him all his life. Mm-hmm. Not all his life, but like as soon as he became famous, where he just got away with stuff and he could do whatever he wants. I mean,
that's some privilege.
Yeah, he has money now, right? He has a freaking, I don't know if he has a Bentley, but he has videos where he's in a Bentley. He's driving around with his little pig, and his little pug. I think he has a pug or a pig. I don't know.
Maybe both.
Probably. No, he has a goat named Bentley. He has a little baby goat, and he has the goat and the Bentley. So this kid has money, right? He's very young. I think he's around 22 or 23.
Damn.
So he blew up when he was a teenager. So then he's probably been entitled, wants what he wants when he wants it, and he walks into his pizzeria and demands a seat, and these two guys are just like, "Yo, who are you?" I mean, I think they knew who he was. That's why they recorded him. And then he came up to he confronted them, and then he got fucked up. Shit happens.
That's crazy, bro.
So the guy, the other guys, I don't know who. I mean, here's the thing though. Like, this is the hood side of me is like, he got what he deserves, but the adult side of me is like, you never really want to fight anybody, right? You want to avoid conflict as much as possible. But I don't know. You don't know. You just be nice to people. Don't be an asshole, because you never know who's gonna kick your ass.
Or who could kick your ass.
I mean, even if you're like, let's say you, right?
Yeah.
Let's say we become super successful.
Yeah.
We hopefully we don't become assholes, right?
I think at this point in life,
We're
where
kinda
I'm at,
yeah, like we're too old to.
Yeah.
Maybe me. You're a little older than me.
Yeah.
But I might become an asshole. But let's say we the money gets to our head, we become successful, and then you're trained in the sense you're healthy, you're physically active. You could probably fuck some people up.
mm-hmm.
But even if you think that, like, even if you know you can fuck people up, you never know what they have. Like, you
Yeah.
never know if they have a gun or a knife or they just have mad people with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like no matter where you are or who you with, you just gotta be careful.
Yeah. For me, it's more of a last resort type of thing now.
Physical violence.
Yeah. Like, because especially when you're older, you get in trouble too.
Yeah.
Like, that's assault.
Yeah, you could lose a lot.
Yeah, you can.
I remember in high school. Like I've been in like a few fights, and like most of them have been just like maybe somebody got punched and I was involved, or I got punched or whatever.
Yeah.
The only two real fights where it's like a circle and people fighting.
Like a whole
Yeah, like a whole just
straight mobbing.
Nah. I've been like just 1-on-1 where they make a circle around you, and then if you fall, you get back up and stuff. That's very rare. But I remember as soon as I started doing good in high school, I was like, I can't fuck this up now. So I remember I did not want to get into any fights or any situations, especially during my sophomore and senior year. Junior and senior year. Because I was like, yo, I might get into college now. 'Cause before, when I was a kid.
You weren't even thinking about
I
college
wasn't
like
even
that?
thinking about college.
Damn.
Because it's hard to. Because I'm a, like, first generation American, right? So
Yeah.
my parents never went to college. I barely know anybody that went to college, right? So college was never in my mind and was never a thing that could accomplish.
Yeah.
And that's the reality for a lot of kids.
Yep.
Especially in my my neighborhood and my upbringing.
Yep.
So when I saw like the light at the end of the tunnel, when I was like, yo, I could actually make it to college, I was like, I'm not gonna fuck anything up, because I didn't want to
stay out of trouble.
Yeah,
right?
and then when I got accepted to college, I was like, yo, I can't do anything, because I still have those thoughts in my head in the sense that, yo, this is ass on the train. I might, just pop him or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, you get those thoughts.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
But you never act on it. And half of the reason is because there's consequences, which is, you might get hurt, you might lose everything, they might lose everything, and it's your fault. It's just, I don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
at the end of the day, it's like all for what? For
what?
like
'Cause
a
you wanna
little
release some anger
for
Just
your
go
ego.
boxing or something. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
That's what it is. It's the ego and the pride.
It's the ego and the pride. Yeah, and then being Hispanic, bro, we might have prideful. You don't want to get disrespected.
Word.
I mean, I'm not that much like that, but a lot of people are. Like,
Even in Asian culture, just very prideful.
so what do you think? He got fucked up, man.
You want to know my thoughts on it?
Yeah.
Hey, it's a life lesson.
Yeah, maybe he'll be. So another thing is, like,
Did he speak on it after this?
I don't know. I don't think so. So people are saying he's exposed, whether
You know how it is, especially with news outlets. Like,
Yeah. I mean, he
he
kind
could have been under the influence of
He
something.
kind of was an asshole, right? But at the same time, it's like people make mistakes.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
He's young.
He definitely needs he needs to be humbled a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but hopefully he doesn't make the mistake again. I still like him.
That's the
I think
thing
it's
with a
cool.
lot of, like, even the young rappers now, like, they're becoming millionaires at the
Right
age of,
away.
like, 19, 20. That's super
Yeah.
young.
And that's we could go to another conversation. Juice Wrld. So he's a rapper that became huge.
All right,
maybe
I
18,
actually
17.
know a bit about the
So
Juice
you probably
WRLD.
know more about it than me.
Uh-huh.
So Juice Wrld, if you guys don't know, he's
A rapper.
a huge rapper. He had like the #1 song in 2018 and 2019, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he recently passed away, maybe a week ago. I think
I think it was just last week.
Yeah.
Last Sunday.
So he passed away.
Almost exactly a week ago. Wow.
Damn, rip. I don't know, man. It kind of irks me because this is the first time where, because when I was growing up, right, celebrities that passed away, they were older celebrities or celebrities that I did not know of. But now it's actual celebrities that I'm
right?
growing up with. Like, first it was X, it was Lil Peep, Mac Miller. Those are like artists that I didn't necessarily follow the whole way through, but I knew of, and I saw them kind of grow up, and then I saw when Juice WRLD blew up. So, you want to explain what happened, how he, the whole story?
Well, I don't really know the whole story either, but from
So,
what
from
from
what we
what
know.
I know,
So let's start how it came out. Don't talk about the rest of it. Just how we heard of it
All right, so he gets off his private jet.
in
He
Chicago.
he lands, and then he gets a seizure and he dies.
Yeah,
And that's all. That's all
what
I
came
knew.
out, right?
Yeah.
That's what came out Sunday.
And then the next few days,
Yeah, it's crazier.
they find 71 pounds of weed on his plane, which is a lot of fucking weed.
That's a lot of weed. And
That's not what killed him though. All right,
Yeah.
it's not the
And then
weed
they
that
found
killed
guns
him.
also.
All right, I didn't know about the guns, but apparently what killed him is because he had Percocets on him,
Yeah.
and he didn't want the cops to find it, so he took them, and that's what led to his death.
But you know what's funny? Like, he's hiding Percocets, but then he still has the 71 pounds of weed in the bag.
I mean, that's the thing though.
guns,
If they probably wouldn't found the other shit, then they probably wouldn't. One thing led to another.
But either way, he was gonna get arrested no matter what.
You think so?
Yeah. So I say, like, if he's gonna get caught with weed, it's not gonna increase the sentence just because he got caught with Percocets. Also,
I don't know.
it's all gonna be bad. And he's also rich. Like, he could just bail himself out or just hire the most expensive.
Probably have one of his friends take the
Take
the rap.
But the thing is that he's so young, man. He was 21.
That's the thing.
He's a kid.
He is a kid.
I'm 22. If you didn't know, and if I was in that situation, I'd do something stupid, especially.
He was probably already under the influence of something, so he probably wasn't thinking too much about it.
You know what I think it was? I think it's the people he surrounded himself with, which I think is a big issue with. I think the rap community,
Uh-huh.
in the sense that you grow up. First of all, most of these rappers are, lower income, come from the streets. I don't know about him specifically, but most of them are, they're not.
It's a hustle mentality.
Yeah, they're not from a well-educated home.
Yeah.
So they grow up in the streets. They grow up with a weird crowd. They grow up with like a dangerous crowd.
The role models
Surrounded
aren't
by
the best role
guns and
models.
drugs and music most of the time, right?
Yeah.
They get into hip hop. So when they become successful, the same people they were surrounded with come up with them. So if let's say I'm a rapper and you're my friend and you're a drug dealer, and I become rich and you're my homie, right? You're gonna use me as a way to expand your business. So I feel like he became successful and he was funding his friends who were drug dealing and who were transporting, because
It's definitely a possibility.
all that. Well, this are all my predictions, right? Nothing's confirmed. Actually, I haven't researched it up, but my predictions is that he was helping his friends transport drugs.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna smoke 21 pounds of weed.
71.
71.
That is a lot of
71 pounds of weed. That's a lot.
71.
71. He's not gonna smoke 71 pounds of maybe.
A pound of weed is already like a big ass bag.
Mhm.
So like imagine 70 bags of those, 71 bags of those. That's a lot of fucking
It's
weed.
a lot, right? So I'm thinking like I don't think he's selling it, but I think definitely his friends are using him and his private
transport?
jet to transport weed, and then he's not really into that life real deep, so that's why he panicked.
I don't know.
when
I think he was.
Really?
Yeah, cuz he would like a lot of the rappers, they rap about like drinking lean,
Yeah, but
popping pills and shit.
people that
Even his mom, so there's this one statement his mom was saying that like he was already addicted.
yeah, I agree with you, but I don't think he's the one selling it and shit. I don't think that was his. I think that was his homies.
Definitely not selling, but he was using it for sure.
Using and selling, like, I mean, I
But
drink
is it-
alcohol, but I don't freaking distribute it. Like, it's not the same. So many people do drugs.
But what's worse, doing it or distributing it?
I mean,
what-
they're both terrible.
alright,
They-
so
if
what-
he's
what-
addicted,
Would it
it's
be
more of a
worse?
disease, though.
Would it be worse if he were just using it, or if he were just selling it?
I mean, they're using and abusing, right? Because
Huh?
if he's using it, right, like he's doing mollies and shit casually, that's fine. I don't really care.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure he was abusing it, right?
He was probably mixing too, which is the
Yeah.
worst thing to do.
Yeah, obviously, right? So let's say he's abusing it. That's bad. But, selling drugs at that quantity, that's a federal
Yeah,
crime,
it is.
right? Like you're not gonna get arrested. You're gonna freaking get your shit. You're gonna get.
Yeah,
thrown
no,
in
I think
the
you
cell,
probably
son.
will get arrested too.
mean,
I
you're
don't
not
know.
just
I don't know
gonna
the
get arrested.
rules.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean. You're not just gonna get arrested.
There's a lot of fucking weed.
Yeah, so I feel like it was just not. I don't feel like he was a mastermind. That's what I'm saying. And then because the crowd he surrounded himself with, cost him his life basically. In a sense.
I mean, would you say that are you trying to like pin the blame onto?
No, I'm just saying that he's a kid that was stupid. Because the thing is that as soon as it came out that he had mad weed and guns and he died from an overdose because taking too much pills, people kind of started, like, especially non-hip hop listeners started being like, "Yo,
look, he had what's coming to him."
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I feel like that's
that.
the worst part because
Yeah,
you know it's
like
it's,
a bunch of hate.
yeah, it's very misunderstood. You know,
Yeah.
it's like yeah, you're absolutely right about like, you know, definitely with the people that he's surrounded with. Cause like even me, like when I look at myself, I feel like I'm very fortunate to have ended up where I was. You know, and I credit a lot of it to the people that I grew up with.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you.
it's like it is a flip of a coin, you know.
So now imagine you just grew up in the wrong community or in the wrong like
For sure.
circle of friends, and then you became successful, and then those friends are not like they're still your homies and your brothers, but it's still they want a piece of it, and they'll take a piece of you, and it just I don't know, it gets crazy. So he passed away, right? He took a bunch of pills, and I don't know. As a 21 year old, I think he just wasn't thinking. He doesn't like when you throw same thing with
I feel like when you get to that status at that age though, your mind is not fully matured yet, right?
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if your mind ever fully matures, but
think-
like I feel like you have to like achieve a certain level of thinking, right? And then for all that he was handling, he probably couldn't take it.
Yeah, and it's like success plus drugs plus touring plus
And I feel like
all these influences.
when you do get a lot of money,
it changes you, man.
and then you have too many options, you know.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I remember like probably it was one of the first episodes we did. Like, it's easier to have one option, like only one route when you're
Yeah.
poor, right? Because you don't have many options. You can only do like one or two things. That's easier to deal with than having too many. Like I'm not gonna lie. When I go
Yeah.
to a new restaurant
You
and
know
I
what
see
to pick?
I see a big ass menu, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna order.
I agree with you.
And I'll look around, be like, yo, what are you getting? What do you get? I'll ask everybody what they're getting.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're giving me way too many decisions.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Also, like if you're let's say rich and you have all these options,
Yeah.
you probably don't know you don't know what to pick. You don't know how to make decisions for yourself, so you follow other people.
Yeah.
But I think it could work both ways too. Like if you're poor, you're gonna follow what's around you, which is I don't know if you're surrounded by drugs
But
and
that's once again that's
gangbanging.
because it's like you don't have a lot of options, and that's true because like especially growing up in the hood, right?
Yeah.
Like the hood, where it's like with drugs and shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like they go that route because it's the best route. Like, would you?
And at that time is the best route.
It's high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah,
Versus
yeah.
like.
Grinding it out and not making anything.
I mean, honestly, even the people who are doing it big, like in corporate, like some shady shit's going on with like tax evasion, money laundering. Like it's there. It's just on another level.
I think it's also the thrill.
I'm sure it is.
Or maybe for him, Juice Wrld or other rappers, like if you're gonna rap about drugs and guns, you kind of have to have drugs and guns around you.
Not necessarily.
Like, you can't be a poser.
There are posers though.
Yeah.
Yo, you seen that one? There's this one genius video of this. I don't know who the artist was, but he was like going after. He was going over his lyrics. He's like, he was talking about shooting guns. He's like, I don't own any weapons, right?
Yeah.
And then he was talking about like how he be having hoes on Instagram, and he was like, I don't have no hoes. And he was like, I have a girlfriend, and then he was like, I love you. But yo, that video had me so weak because it's like he was rapping about it, but like but when he was on that genius video, he was like, yeah, none of that is me.
Like when he's breaking down the
that shit had me so weak.
Though, right?
Yeah.
Like you have rappers that
it's what sells.
Yeah, they live what they rap, and there's other people that just they rap what's hot, right?
Yeah.
And guns and drugs is hot, so they're gonna rap about that. So I was thinking, so Mr. Passive makes music, right?
Yeah.
And he raps about whatever he wants, and I told him I want to write a song. I don't know if I'll rap over it, but I want to test myself and write a rap song, which I have no experience. I would never do. I don't.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I also don't want to be a rapper. Like he does want to be a musician, not necessarily rap, but he definitely wants to be in music.
Be in that industry, right?
Yeah, I just want to test it out.
But you see how like me, right? The music I listen to is more mainstream shit.
Yeah.
Like whatever sounds good to my ears, I'll add it. But like you listen to like a lot of more underground rappers.
I'm in the middle, so I listen to popular stuff, and then not necessarily
Just what you like
but
too, right?
More of like classics. Like I started listening to Mos Def just because Brian recommended it to me. He was like, "You have to listen to this." I have listened to it before, but not to this extent.
Yeah.
Or like MF Doom and
Not a, like they'll be like featured, right?
yeah, like Tribe Called Quest, like all the stuff that's not necessarily popular now, but it's like the foundation of rap. It's like the people who wrote the Bible and shit. But when I'm just like on the train, I just put some freaking. I've been listening to a lot of.
See some background noise, right?
Yeah, just background noise. It depends. It have to be in the mood for it. Like right now, I'm listening to a lot of Dave East, which he's pretty good. But just cause just fuck it, right? Like I just put him on. But I was trying to, I haven't started writing this song or this rap or whatever. But I've been thinking like, what am I gonna rap about? Like if I became a rapper, like let's say, for some reason I make this song and it blows up out of nowhere. It's like my only song.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the industry and I'm just like,
it's hard.
Yeah, cause I'm not doing anything interesting.
You have to. I feel like you have to have strong vocabulary.
Cause yeah, so there's that, and then am I gonna rap about myself? I'm boring.
Right.
I go to school and I go to work and I come here. Like I'm not out there like selling drugs.
I mean,
corner,
everybody got some type of struggle, you know.
Yeah,
like there's gotta be there's something.
Struggle is I gotta do an essay by Monday, Saturday. I got a whole day.
I mean, I'm sure there's things like, so like something I feel like that's unique about you and Brian, right? Like you guys, and I'm sure like a lot of people can relate, but for me, it's different because I have my parents, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have your parents.
I mean, I do have my parents. They just don't.
I mean, yeah, they don't live with you. Like
you're making it sound like they died.
No, yeah, but it's like you see, like that's something like that I could be taking for granted. Like since my parents are right there, like oh yeah, I see them every day.
Yeah, I could. I think if I became a rapper, I'd be more between J. Cole and more technique, where I won't be talking about myself. I'll just be talking about politics and the world around me and the hip hop and the industry.
I feel like Logic is a lot like that too.
Well, he talks about himself a lot too.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he's like, I'm black and I'm white. Like,
yeah, and his personal. I guess it depends. It depends on yeah, but yeah, he does talk about himself a lot. But then he'll talk about, like he talked about suicide and like depression and shit.
I think I'll end up being something like that because I can't. I'm not interesting. I'm not gonna be like YG rapping about being in the Bloods and shit. Like I'm not in the Bloods. I'm not in the gang. I'm not.
Right, I don't know what the fuck I would talk about either.
Exactly. So it's weird. But you could also make a song like just not mumble rappers, but just very casual and just kind of repeating the same
sounds
thing.
good, right?
Yeah, like I don't know. Who does that? What's his name? I forgot his name, man. He was in the XXL for 2017.
Designer?
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy
Cardi. You ever listen to his music? It's
I heard features.
His music is weird because it's good, but it's unique in the sense that he uses his voice as an instrument. Like he doesn't really rap, but he just makes weird noises.
Sounds good.
They sound
like
good.
ad-libs?
They go along with the beat. Yeah.
Kind of like Migos. I feel like Migos does that the
Migos
best.
still rap though.
Yeah, they do.
He just kind of makes like weird noises.
And it sounds good.
Yeah, he just repeats the same thing. I don't know. I like it though. It's good. I don't know. I could talk about music.
How about Designer? Like I haven't
listened to Designer that much. Only his like Panda and like a couple other things.
I seen shit with like him doing freestyles, and then like the people on the radio, they're like, they're just like, what the fuck?
Just like making noises and shit.
Yeah.
Yo, I used to watch videos of him like just recording himself, and you couldn't understand him, like what he was saying.
I don't know. I feel like even Young Thug, like I don't know what they're saying, dude. Young Thug is hard to follow.
I heard verses where I like him in, like in London, he's pretty good.
His voice sounds good. He has a
unique
feel
voice.
Like his voice is like that screechy. It's very unique, but it sounds good. Like I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but like I'll bump to it, you know.
Somebody I really like right now. Oh, have you listened to the new XX?
I still haven't.
I
downloaded the podcast that you told me to listen to.
Bro.
3 hours long, bro. Like I feel like if it's something like that, I need to bang it out in like one sitting, you know.
Yo, I gotta pee really bad right now. It's gonna keep recording, but I'll cut it. I'll be back, yo.
Damn, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear Victor peeing from here, and that shit loud as fuck. Damn, yo, I heard you peeing from here.
Yo, cause I drank the Red Bull and I drank like 2 cups of coffee.
You were peeing for a minute, bro.
So we're still recording and shit, but I just cut it. So I just went to pee. I was holding it for a while now, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just end the
Damn,
have the
man.
last 10 minutes just shaking them.
I think we're gonna have to pass baby bladder to you now.
Nah, this is just this one time, bro. I drank a lot. So we're talking about music. I mean, this. I don't know if I'm gonna leave. I'm probably cut it out, right? It's not,
I mean, it was like at the 49-minute
it
mark,
took like,
I think.
yeah, it took like 2 minutes. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
So talking about dead rappers, I think. Do you ever listen to XX?
Not like that.
So
That's the thing. Like honestly, the only two artists that like I really really followed, J. Cole and probably Kanye, and they're both still here, you know.
yeah, I feel like I follow a lot of rappers. Nobody as much as J. Cole and maybe Kendrick.
Hmm.
But I do pay attention to them,
Yeah.
and I like listening to new music. I would cause I have Spotify. Like if I hear like a song that I really like, I'll download the album and then pay attention to it. But some rappers I just can't get into them even after listening to the album, and some people I do listen to for a while. But X, right? So he's one of those rappers that I watched him from the beginning. Like when he blew up with I forgot the name of the song, like that song. It doesn't matter. The song they blew him up, right? It was like 2 years ago, and then he dropped an album. This voice is outside. He dropped an album called Question Mark, and then he dropped another album or whatever. And I vaguely paid attention to him. Like I listened to his new music, his hits. I never really liked his softer music, but he was somebody that I knew who he was.
How about that song "Sad"? I think that's like my favorite song from him.
Really?
It just sounds like so catchy.
Here's the thing, though. I don't like his poppy songs. I like his really hardcore, screaming.
Oh
like,
no, I can't.
I used to be really into rock.
How about How about Meek Mill? I feel like Meek Mill.
I haven't listened to Meek Mill that much.
So when I first started listening to Meek Mill, like I liked his music, but he was always like screaming, and I was like, damn, I feel like he's yelling at me.
Here's the thing, though. There's screaming, and then there's like, I don't know. There's different types of screaming. Like
How about Eminem?
Like, I don't like his rap. I like his Slim Shady. Okay, man, we're gonna go.
Because I feel like Eminem even he yells a lot.
Yeah, so Eminem, he like is so aggressive with his vocal cords, right?
Yeah.
Like he
You can hear it in his
yeah,
voice, like he's
I don't
shouting.
Like that. I don't like that. Like old school Kendrick when he was K Dot, he did that a lot. Like he would just kind of force it. I never liked that. I like kind of like casual rapping.
Uh huh.
Alright, we're back. I don't got my producer here. Alright, so when you force the vocal cords a lot, I'm not a big fan of that, right? So for example, K Dot and Eminem, like his newer stuff, he forces his voice a lot. I like when it's kind of casual and softer, but if you do scream, I like it when it's like X, when he just kind of growls and does the like very deep screams. And another example would be fuck, I don't know who. I think what's his name? Something Curry, Denzel Curry. So I also listened to him a lot when he came out with Ultimate, and he recently did a cover for Bulls on Parade. No, not Bulls on Parade. Yeah, Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machines, which is a kind of like a rap group.
Oh.
Do you know who? Okay, so they're like
I don't know
a
any of
90s
these
rap
guys.
group, right? Yeah. So I used to listen to a lot of rock in high school, like a lot. So when he did that cover, in my head I was like, he's not gonna do it right, because this guy from Rage Against the Machines has a very unique voice.
Huh?
But he killed it, and he does the growls very well. Like if
Who did it? X?
Yeah, no, Denzel Curry.
Uh huh.
So in his music, he kind of does those growls, and he's very loud, and that sounds tight to me. So when X came out with his music, and it was like different. It was different in the sense that it wasn't just regular mumble rap or it was regular rap. He would just growl and scream, and sometimes he'll rap really fast and switch it up. I really like that. All his popular songs like "Sad" and stuff, I didn't really like them because I'm not into pop. Pop is like my least favorite genre.
Oh.
So I did follow him, throughout his music, and then he passed, and that kind of hit me hard.
Damn.
Because I did really like him, and I saw that he was changing.
Word.
Because he was this messed up kid, right? That he came out of prison.
Word. He was fucked up. Yo,
Yeah.
I watched cause I watch what is it? No Jumper, and he was on it, and he was just like telling stories about himself, like he was 17 with like his mom and his stepdad and shit. I was like, damn, this kid went through some shit.
You know how he met Ski Mask, the slum god?
Uh-huh.
He met him in prison. in
Oh
jail.
yeah, he talked about that. He was saying like they would make beats together and music
Yeah,
together.
yeah. So when they came out, they made music together.
That's
And if you
pretty
listen
lit.
to, I think I don't know if they're albums, but they're definitely mixtapes where it's just both of them and random artists, and they're just kind of rapping about crazy shit like killing people and blood and stuff. And I kind of like really hardcore shit like that. Um, because I used to
Damn.
listen to rock
So
and shit.
you know how you said you don't like pop music?
Mhm.
I feel like pop music is my favorite because it's nice and upbeat, right?
Yeah,
And like music is something that hits my mood hard.
yeah,
So like that's why I like a lot of pop music because it brings my mood up and it gives me energy.
yeah. For me, I like very aggressive music. For anything, for rock.
So, but like, how does it make you feel though?
Like I'm the boss. I just
Like you a
since
bad
since I
motherfucker,
was a
right?
kid, I always liked aggressive shit.
No.
So if I listen to rap, like even my artists are very aggressive. They don't
Yeah.
have to be screaming or anything, but YG is very aggressive. Kendrick and some of his music is very aggressive.
Yeah. Kendrick, I feel like Kendrick yells a lot.
Yeah, especially his old stuff. The Damn album in the middle.
Word, damn.
Like
damn.
he goes from like DNA where he's kind of yelling to Yeah where he's just kind of slow and melodic, and then Dave East he's he's from New York, so he's pretty aggressive too, like about his lyrics and stuff. And then X he goes from aggressive to very melodic to I don't know, kind of screamo sometimes. Like he's screaming straight up into the song, which I like, but sometimes it doesn't do it well. Like this new album, he has a song that went his most popular song is "Bad Mood Forever," which he's singing with Trippie Redd and I forgot the other guy's name. I forgot his name. Either way, they're like it's super singing and melodic and very chill. And then the next song is called "School Shooter." Where he's with Lil Wayne, who Lil Wayne is aggressive too.
Yeah.
And he starts out very like growly, like his voice is like, "Arr, arr, arr." And then Lil Wayne comes out of nowhere and raps about being a school shooter basically, but he's offbeat a little bit, which is perfect because if you want to rap about school shooters, you want to be offbeat and you want to be kind of destructive and chaotic, and then it cuts back to X, and he goes from the growling voice to screaming for like 2 seconds, and then just cuts down again. And I'm just like, I really like that song.
So
And it's
do you like
song.
Travis Scott? I feel like Travis Scott does that a lot. Like he jumps from like sound to sound.
Yeah, but there's a difference between aggressive and loud, because he gets loud, but he doesn't get aggressive. Like his music is very, like I like the vocal cords to be kind of like strained out. So his is very auto tune. I don't like the auto tune. I like very raw sounds. So another example of a raw voice will be like Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to the Wu-Tang, maybe like the 36 Chambers or
How about like that dude from the Flatbush Zombies? That one guy.
yeah. See those voices I really like when it's very growly. And
So how about
aggressive.
that song Bohemian Rhapsody?
So I just like the song. It's a good song though, but he's not. That song is very It's not aggressive. Those vocal cords are very smooth and clean. So
It's like crazy transitions.
Yeah.
It just throws you off beat.
yeah, no, I like it.
So I think the best example for Travis Scott is probably like Sicko Mode.
Yeah,
Like
I love that song.
the instrumental just jumps.
That song is what got me into Travis Scott, cause
I used to I actually been really into his music. Like his music
too.
is mad chill.
it's like a perfect song just to play in the background.
It's good instrumentals, and then like he does bass very well.
Yeah.
He knows how to do the bass very well.
So, Sicko Mode got me into Travis Scott because I heard him before, but again, I'm not really into the popular music,
Yeah.
and I'm not really into popish music. So I just kind of like brushed him off. But then he came with that song. It sounded tight, like all the, because the Drake part came out. And I thought the Drake part was trash. I didn't really like the Drake
Really?
part. Yeah, my brother really liked it, but I'm not a big fan of Drake in the first place.
You know what's crazy though? So I think John Carlos said this,
Yeah.
right? He was like, have you ever noticed how Drake doesn't have one bad song? And it's kind of true. Like Drake has like
Yeah,
hits,
right.
and then his music is just like it's good, and then he has like the hits, but he doesn't have like songs that are bad.
Well, that's because he likes Drake though. I could name.
Do you
like,
think some Drake songs are bad?
I have his albums, right? But
Yeah.
I can never get through the whole album.
I don't. So I have the same issue, right?
Yeah.
But I have an explanation for that. It's because a lot of his, and same for like The Weeknd. Like I don't like when songs get too sad or like they just start singing about like an ex or like
Really?
a girl.
I don't really mind that. For me, it's just not like it's kind of boring and it's too simple
For me, I think it's because like how I said music affects my mood.
Yeah.
Like if he's singing about a girl, I wouldn't be thinking about some sad shit. Like I'll be thinking about my ex. I'm like, I'm not trying to be thinking about my fucking ex.
I really that doesn't really affect my
It
mood
doesn't
that
affect
much.
you?
Yeah, it's good or it's not good in my head. But Drake, I mean, he doesn't have bad music because it's Drake, right? He has a lot of production. He has like ghostwriters. He has a good voice, but he's not lyrical. He's not gonna blow my mind away. Like he just has really good bars in the sense that they're kind of clever but they're usually cheesy.
You know, he gets a lot of shit for that.
Yeah, like they're never
I mean,
complex.
he's killing it. He's killing it.
Yeah, I mean he's
whatever he's doing is working.
I'm not knocking anything against him. Like my girl's here, but it's the same thing as in YouTube, right? Like Logan Paul's clean it, but he's not necessarily my favorite.
Yeah, word. There's a lot of like cringy shit, right?
Yeah, like it's just.
But it's more for like I guess the crowd pleasing.
Yeah.
Like he's always there for the majority.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I just never really liked him. Even like back in the day before I started listening to hip hop, he just kind of was there. But I do have some songs that I like specific verses, but I just kind of will listen to a song, and then just fast forward to that verse, and then just end the song there.
It's crazy though. Like when he first came on the scene, it's like before that he was on Degrassi.
Yeah, he got shot.
Yeah, word. He was Jimmy in the wheelchair, and then he became Drake. It's crazy how he changed his image like that, though. You know.
I mean, yeah, but then he can't rap about hard stuff. He can't rap about hard stuff because
everybody
Drake,
knows.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I bet he has connections.
Yeah, he probably does.
He's in the industry, but I'm not gonna. I don't know. He's okay. Like I'm not a big fan.
He doesn't have that street cred, right?
I definitely see why people like him though, because he's Drake, but he's no Kendrick. He's no MF Doom. He's no freaking like ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, straight from the Brooklyn Zoo.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely like there's some people that like when they come from the bottom and they make it to the top. Those are my favorite stories.
Have you listened to Jaden Smith? Because he's a different story in the sense that he was multi-millionaire, I think almost billionaire. I don't know how much money Will Smith has, but he's that kid that he has all the connections, all the equipment, everything, and was able to be successful in rap.
Yeah,
and I think that's kind of dope too. But in his album he talks about coming from that life. Yeah, which is it's a different angle.
Do you think it's like an advantage or a disadvantage?
Advantage. So the same thing for me in the sense that if I make a song, I don't know what to rap about. Yeah. So for him, it's similar. Like he can't rap about the popular stuff, which would be rapping about drugs and. It
could be a lot of pressure on him too.
Yeah.
To like try to follow after his father's image.
And then he might not be talented in the sense that he has all the equipment, but if you don't have the talent, you still can't produce anything. Because he could hire people to edit it and like you get engineers and stuff and producers to make you sound really good, but there's only so much you could do. Like his sister didn't do that good, but Jaden Smith is talented.
It was like I whip my hair back.
Yeah. Like it's a super poppy song. I mean it works both ways. Like some people could come from. I mean, there's even rappers that are not good, but they're popular. Like I don't think Lil Pump is good, but he's able to hit the trends real well.
Who's Lil Pump?
Lil Pump.
He's
the Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Yeah, there's too many of the Lil rappers. They're all from SoundCloud, right? Most of them.
Yeah, there's a lot, but I mean I don't mind it either. Like I think it's a name, it's a type of it's part of the culture.
I remember he had beef with J. Cole, and then it was cool because then they sat down and they talked about it.
Yeah, I thought it was tight. I don't know. What would your rapper name be?
I don't fucking know, man.
So
I'm not even into music like that, so I wouldn't even know.
I mean, I feel like you are into music, you just don't think. Well, the reason I talk about music a lot is because me and Brian have these discussions all the time. We just will talk for 3 hours just about music, just about J. Cole, just about Kendrick, just about anything. So I feel like I bounce these ideas off him very well. But because we talk about music a lot and because he's trying to make music, we came up with rap names for each other, just playing around. His is passive, obviously, and I gave myself Little Vicodin.
Little Vicodin?
Yeah, because I needed something that was like trendy, you know what I mean? Like, so I put Lil and then Vicodin about Victor with a V. So there's Little Zan. So I was like, fuck it, Little Vicodin.
How about like Post Malone. Post Malone said he just made his off of a random rap generator.
Yeah,
That's
his is
crazy,
tight,
and
though.
it
Childish
sounds
Gambino,
cool as
too.
fuck.
Childish Gambino made it up.
Really?
He used the Wu-Tang. We did it. Boy, you don't remember?
I remember we did it, but mine it was some weird shit.
Yeah, it was the Wu-Tang a name generator, rap generator. So mine was weird. It was like Professor something. But I gave myself a little Vicodin because I thought it was funny. And then my girl, we called her Little Hoodie.
Little hoodie.
She had a little hoodie. She's little and she has a hoodie. So we found that tight. And then we have a What If. What If is
George.
Yeah, and he came up with that on his own, which is tight, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I like the name Passive though, and I like the name Lil Vicodin because it's funny. So if I ever come out,
I mean,
as
if
a
you ever
rapper-
come up, it'll stick, you know. And
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be like Lil Dicky, where it's like, yo, who's this joke, but then he's actually fire.
Word.
I don't know, it was gonna be
That's
weird.
crazy. His come up story was nuts. He was just asking his like rich people around Beverly Hills if he
Yeah.
can use their house and cars.
If he could make it, we could make it. I mean, he's talented though, so it's weird. But he's a Jewish kid who lived in a high end neighborhood, and was able to make it in the rap world where it's very.
I mean, as long as the talent is there, you know, like
I mean,
it's not an overnight thing for them. Like
Yeah.
for me, I don't think I would ever venture into like that industry because I don't know.
Yeah,
like
mean,
I enjoy music like that,
Yeah.
but like if I were to make it,
I'm there because of Brian. I like film.
Mhm.
I like film production
Yeah,
more
like
than I
like stuff like that I could get into. Like I
Yeah.
like maybe the crazy post work, like when I watch like Casey stuff, and I'm like, damn, how the fuck did he do that?
Hey, if you become an editor, Brian makes music and I do all the production.
Or like even
directing
camera
and
work.
stuff.
I think I would like to do camera work.
Yo, we're doing this right now, son.
Yeah, but this one's easy because like I'm telling you, we just set it up.
Dude, I've been thinking about doing more stuff in the sense that like I don't know. I've been in the train thinking. I was thinking like making a movie or making skits and stuff.
So
Cause
There's this one cycling channel I watch, right?
Mhm.
And what they usually do is they'll have somebody that's following, and the person that's following
Yeah,
usually
GoPro.
has a camera that's filming the person riding.
yeah,
And like that angle looks so crazy.
yeah. I mean,
Because like when you see their whole body and the way that they're shifting through traffic, you see it's like that's pretty insane. But like if I were to ride through traffic and I have a GoPro, I feel like it's
like shaky and stuff.
it is very shaky, and then it's like it just doesn't look as cool.
Mhm. I don't know. I feel like with film, the best like really good films, they're able to have like a really low budget, always end up a little better because they have to find creative ways to create their art.
To step it up, right?
Yeah, like I mentioned this part before, how Quentin Tarantino made Pulp Fiction. No, not Pulp Fiction. Reservoir Dogs, and he didn't have the budget to have a whole heist and stuff, so he just had, I don't know, 5 or 6 guys in a warehouse, and the whole movie's in a warehouse. And I really like that idea of having a movie just in one location and maybe scenes, like different scenes somewhere else. So if I was to make a movie and we're still, you know, like low budget, you know, broke movie makers, I'd like to have a movie where we have to get super creative in how we're gonna do everything. Like have one room or something. Have you ever seen? We're over an hour, bro. This is a long ass episode.
I mean,
Hopefully people are
we gonna cut
interested
it?
though. 70 minutes. All right, we go. Yeah. All right, one more thing. Have you ever seen the movie Cloverfield Lane? So, you ever seen Cloverfield?
I might have. It sounds familiar.
Cloverfield is that movie where they were in New York and there was like a giant monster, like squishing the city, basically.
All right, no, I haven't watched it.
So it doesn't really matter, right? So Cloverfield is a movie, like a monster movie, where they have like a handheld camera and they move it around and you can barely see the monster.
Huh?
Cloverfield Lane is a sequel to that, but it's weird because the whole movie is a woman that got kidnapped and she wakes up in a basement.
Oh, okay, I did see that then.
Yeah, so she wakes up in
And
a
then
basement.
and then they're like, you can't get out or you'll die.
So that movie, I love that movie because it takes place in a freaking
Like a
doomsday
basement, right?
Yeah, doomsday bunker, and I'm like, yo, that's tight because you filmed the whole movie in a bunker, and then at the end there's aliens and shit. It's crazy.
Word.
Spoilers. But
It's an old ass movie.
yeah, but something like that I always really liked, where it's simple, and you could just make a movie in one room. I want to do something like that, man. One day I'm gonna write a movie. We're gonna make it.
Film it on an
Is it-
iPhone.
Yeah,
I mean, you could with the new 11, bro. That
technically,
shit
yeah.
has a crazy ass camera.
I think Selena Gomez recorded her music video on iPhone 11.
It looks really good. I mean, that it's like it could shoot in 4K too. So it's like
Yeah,
our
yeah.
you know, even like if we say low budget, if we have an iPhone 11, that's already an amazing camera.
But for movies, low budget is like $11 million.
What?
Yeah, like
Damn, you see how JK's been making a movie, right?
yeah, but their
And
movie is probably a million maybe.
maybe
'Cause
maybe even more.
It's like a bunch of people.
But they've been, you see, I think, you see, like I think the hardest part for them was writing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and the thing about them is that I watch them too much. That if I watch a movie with them, I'm only gonna see them, not
Word.
their
Characters.
yeah. All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, guys.
This is a long one.
Thanks for hanging with us if you're still here.
It's been real.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you. I love you guys.